Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On today's episode of General Hospital, Curtis presses Marshall to take a tour, Molly has a difficult meeting with her mother, and Elizabeth and Lucky talk about their baby Aiden. Lucky notices Elizabeth inside Bobby's ordering coffee from outside. She is taken aback when she sees him approaching. They smile at each other and remember their first encounter. They embrace after Lucky assures her that she hasn't changed. She believes he's worn out. He likes the name of the place, so he's not just satisfied with that, he's also hungry. After stating that it hasn't, Liz gives him an onion ring and cheeseburger. He assumed he would run into her at General Hospital. She says she's on her way in. It's a little late, he observes. One benefit of being chief nurse, she tells him, is that you get to choose your own hours. He tells her that Aunt Bobby would be pleased and congratulates her. She concurs with his wish that they could just sit and chat. As Lucky finishes his burger, Liz inquires about his background. He tells a brief story about how he was saved by Jason and Anna, his friend Isaiah, and the dishonest Sidwell. It wasn't a huge deal, he claims. Liz advises him to make a big deal out of it so their son believes he had a valid cause for being absent. Furthermore, she is aware that he is here for Lulu, not Aiden, so pay attention to what he says to him. He swears not to make any unfulfillable commitments to Aiden. He requests to go with Liz because she needs to go to the hospital. Lucky remarks on Bobby's placard in front of her. She wonders if Carly told him she painted it, but he says he'd know her brushstroke anywhere. He asks about Aiden, but Liz thinks he should find out from Aiden directly. Molly goes to Pentonville to see her mother. She informs her mother that she must take all necessary precautions to protect herself, including avoiding being imprisoned so that Sonny won't be. Observing that Martin has a large mouth, Alexis believes that her best chance lies in locating the weapon she threw. According to Molly, neither Sam nor the PCPD have located it thus far. She is enraged that her mother is risking her life to keep Christina safe. If their mother is in prison, she wonders who will save Christina from the precipice the next time she makes a mistake. Alexis hoped that Sam would too. Molly maintains that she won't, and that in order for them to be in a relationship, Christina must own up to her errors. According to Alexis, Christina is currently unable to make rational decisions due to her acute postpartum depression. What about her lifetime of poor decisions? Molly queries. Alexis claims that because she is a mother, she must look out for her child. Molly rushes off, taking that to suggest that only mothers can relate to what she's going through. She tries to clarify that's not what she meant to imply, but Alexis mutters, "I'd do it for you too." Rick pays Heather a visit. Since she hasn't given up on herself, she is grateful that he hasn't given up on her. She informs Rick of her new cellmate because she believes she can succeed if Alexis can win her case. She killed numerous people, according to Rick, and the situations are very different. Heather is adamant that something turned her into a serial killer, she wasn't born that way. She thinks one day, her grandson will know why she went to prison, and she won't let him think she was a killer at heart. She informs Rick that she needs his assistance and that he should attempt a different strategy. Later, Heather is back in her cell with Alexis. Heather promises to watch out for Alexis as she will need it and claims to know her way around this place. What does Alexis receive in return? Heather is happy that she inquired and is looking for someone who shares Molly's belief in Alexis, just as she does. Observing them speaking at the visitors center, Alexis asks Heather what Rick said about her case. Heather discloses that her test results are in, and they don't seem good. Alexis advises her to do further tests to see if the results present a different image. At last, Heather feels a glimmer of hope and likes the notion. As Trina arrives to the gallery, Ava hangs up the phone. When Ava's trial begins, she informs her that she will have to stand back from managing the gallery and asks Trina to take over. Though she is honored, Trina is unsure if she will have the time. She says she has to reduce her hours because she is going back to the PCU. Ava is proud of her. Trina claims she's come to the realization that she needs to let go of Spencer and Esme and step outside of her comfort zone. Later, when Rick shows up with some good news, Ava is by herself. He could be able to have the statement she gave the police immediately following the fall excluded. That's good news, according to Ava. He wishes he could provide his clients with better news. Ava refers to Heather as the local outcast after assuming he is talking about her. As Rick notes, Ava once held that distinction, and they both understand what it's like to be despised by everyone in Port Charles. Heather, according to him, wants the freedom to live her life like anyone else does. In Rick's opinion, Heather sounds regretful and apologetic, not like someone who would murder someone. The latest lab results, which differ from General Hospital's, are what he receives by text. When Ava asks if this supports his theory, Rick responds that it does. He informs her that it seems Heather's mental breakdown was caused by cobalt poisoning, but how can he refute the statistics from General Hospital? Perhaps someone entered the numbers incorrectly, he speculates. It might not have been an error, according to Ava. Is she saying that someone changed the tests on purpose, he wonders. It wouldn't be the first time, as Ava points out. Who would do that, he wonders. Someone who wants Heather kept behind bars, Ava responds. Curtis confronts his father at the Savoy over the most recent secret he has been keeping. Curtis says this is the big time, since he just received a call about joining the Wynton Marsalis tour. Marshall claims that because he agreed to manage the club while Curtis was employed by Aurora, he is not accepting the position. Even if he has to do it alone, Curtis claims he can find someone to manage this place. Marshall wants to accomplish this in order to atone for his poor parenting. Curtis claims that if he allowed him to give up on his dream, he would be a bad son. He wants his father to go live life to the fullest and demonstrate to Aunt Stella, TJ, and Trina that it is possible to fulfill your aspirations. Marshall says he has two requirements before accepting the tour gig. First, his family comes to see him perform. Second, Curtis calls him when managing the Savoy and Aurora simultaneously gets too much. Curtis assures his father that it won't, and the two of them embrace. When Dante gets at the hospital, he gives the workers cookies in appreciation for how well Lulu is being cared for. He leaves them in Portia's care. When Portia later runs across Brad, she queries his presence. Brad clarifies that he works here, but Portia is aware that he is behind schedule. Brad claims he was asked to step in when someone reported sick. He's attempting to be an excellent worker, and he promises not to mess this up because he owes Britt one. According to General Hospital spoilers, many fans are contemplating what might have been in light of Sam McCall's impending exit. Although it's difficult to lose Sam as a character, this also means that those who were expecting for the next chapter between her and Jason Morgan will never get it. Jason and Sam's history and chemistry have helped them gain a lot of admirers throughout the years. It's upsetting to see that Sam and Jason are no longer together permanently because they were once among the most well-liked couples in the soap opera industry. Sam, of course, has been in a lot of relationships before, such as her successful partnership with Dante Falconeri at the moment and her previous romance with Drew Quartermaine. While those relationships undoubtedly had merit as well, Jason and Sam always felt like a team that would eventually work itself out. It's unfortunate that GH decided against presenting a compelling Jasam reunion plot instead of firing Kelly Monaco. Eventually, Danny Morgan could have had a role in reuniting Sam and Jason. Danny would have been overjoyed to see his parents come together as one once more. In the wake of Sam's likely tragic exit, Dante will have someone to turn to in Lulu Spencer, who is about to wake up. Dante will have a way ahead with Lulu when he's ready, even though he will have some grieving to do. It would have been lovely to have Sam and Jason receive the same ultimate status as Dante and Lulu, given that they are arguably each other's destiny. Instead, the idea of a Jason and Anna Devane romance, which is already proving to be highly divisive on social media, is being toyed with by the program. There might have been a ton of different storylines for Sam to play, both as an independent character and as a part of a reunited marriage with Jason, if she had stayed and been given the material Monaco deserved. There will now be no resolution to Jason and Sam's love story, which is something that many Jasam fans find fault with. Do you think Sam and Jason deserve to be endgame? Are you sad that there won't be any more chapters in Jason and Sam's love story? According to General Hospital spoilers, Ron Hale, who portrayed the original Mike Corbin from 1995 to 2010, has a way. This is awful news. As Sonny Corinthos' father, Hale left his impact on Port Charles even if Max Gail eventually took over the position. The show posted a statement on social media addressing the loss after Hale's family announced his passing at the age of 78. Examining their posts on X, the former name for Twitter, is what we should do. The news of Ron Hale's passing saddens the whole General Hospital family. We would want to offer his loved ones our condolences during this trying moment. He was a legendary colleague as well as a brilliant actor. I hope he finds peace. Fans may recall Hale from his role as Dr. Roger Coleridge on Ryan's Hope, but he also contributed a lot of talent to the show while he was on GH. The former soap opera actor will be sorely missed. He also starred in the GH spin-off, Port Charles. Regarding Hale's work outside of daytime dramas, over the years he has been in numerous films and television series, including The Ghost and the Whale, Trial by Jury, MacGyver, Matlock, and many others. Following Billy Warlock's public statement of Ron Hale's passing, other members of the GH cast, such as Kin Shriner and John Lindstrom, also noted on X postings what a wonderful man he was. Fan tributes have been pouring in on social media as viewers share their favorite Mike Corbin moments and remember on the intensity Hale brought to his scenes with Sonny in those days. Hale's legacy will endure thanks to all of the GH memories and his outstanding performances, but this is still a devastating loss. We are sending our condolences to Hale's family during this difficult time. According to General Hospital teasers for the week of October 7th to 11th, Sonny Corinthos will make every effort to allay Carly Spencer's concerns. Carly might worry that their cover story will be exposed, particularly if she discovers that Molly Lansing Davis and Martin Gray are following them. Sonny will be certain that they should simply follow the plan whatever. Sonny may guarantee that Carly won't find herself in legal trouble of her own for lying to the police, but it's evident that she won't want to. Nevertheless, Molly will stay motivated to get Alexis Davis off the hook. So be it if doing so requires bringing Sonny, Carly, and even Christina Corinthos Davis down with them. Portia Robinson will then consider Ava Jerome's advice. It appears that Ava might discover that Portia falsified Heather Weber's test results. Ava might comprehend why the doctor changed the cobalt levels because she wants Heather in prison just as much as Portia does. However, if Portia doesn't allow someone else to take the blame, the move can come back to haunt her. In this case, Brad Cooper could play a role. Rick Lansing may be eager to point the finger at someone who has previously been a lab-scheming culprit, as Portia isn't happy about Brad's return to GH. Lucas Jones will have to determine whether or not to accept Brad's version of events. Will Lucas accept Brad's assertion that he's been set up if it's true? After a fight, Trina Robinson and Giovanni Gio Palmieri's friendship will be shattered. But since Gio and Trina are both decent individuals at heart, we may assume that their rage will pass quickly. If a small issue arises, Trina and Gio might be able to resolve it before it gets worse. When it comes to assisting Violet Finn, Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermain will be working toward the same objective. Brooklyn and Chase will band together to assist Violet once she exhibits some concerning warning indicators in order to prevent things from getting out of control. Given how much Violet is struggling in her life without Hamilton Finn, that may be easier said than done. Should Finn's rehabilitation release date be postponed, Violet will become even more agitated. Naturally, at some point Jason Morgan and Anna Devane might have to discuss that kiss that occurred while they were in prison. Jason and Anna might not be prepared to dive headfirst into a committed relationship just yet, but they might be laying the groundwork for one in the future. Carly might also start to have doubts about the truth of what actually transpired during Jason's expedition. Carly won't likely let this go because she can tell that Jason is omitting something. Lulu Spencer should receive the transplant she requires just in time since Lucky Spencer's liver donation will proceed in the meantime. Lulu's life will be spared, but perhaps experiencing all of this love will cause her to go into a coma and awaken. Spoilers for General Hospital claim will provide you with further forecasts regarding Lulu's awakening this autumn, as well as updates on the startling information that may follow. For fantastic General Hospital spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, CDL is the place to be. Check back often for further GH information. We're not sure if we should be happy that General Hospital was murdering off Sam so we could prepare ourselves, or sad that it happened, because we're now dreading Kelly Monaco's final episodes. We still have mixed emotions on this, the fan favorite's 21st anniversary in the part. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.